Alright, so this is a lesson for King Harvest Has Surely Come by the band, another classic. I figured that, again, there weren't many lessons, if any, on YouTube, so I thought I'll try and do a comprehensive lesson and break all the parts up. So we'll start off with that riff at the start. So, the first riff, the opening riff, he slides into the 7th fret on the A string, and then he double stops on the D and G strings on the 5th fret. And it's just that motion. And then the end of that riff, he hammers on to the 7th fret D, pull off, 7th fret on the A string, 5th fret on the A string, into the C, 3rd fret, A string. And then that leads nicely into the opening motif, you know, the cold in the field, or listen to the wind when the rain rises across the water. That section, basically. So, all together. It is all single notes, I think he's doing. You could do power chords or bar chords. But I think he's playing all single notes there. So that motif goes like this. After the main riff, 3rd fret A string, C note, B flat, 1st fret A string, into a G sharp, 4th fret low E. Then we got E flat, D, C on the A string. So 6th fret A string, 5th fret A string, 3rd fret A string. Then he goes to an F, 1st fret low E string. Back out to that G sharp, 4th fret the low E, into a C. And then that's our intro. So all together. King Harvest surely come. Right, into the main verse now. Starts with an A minor. And there's like a little bit of a groove going on here. So he's like it's like that little sort of like a stab into the next chord. So that motion is as follows: stab down on the A minor, and then I'm doing like a hammer on from the 5th to 7th on the D string, and then I'm sort of raking up the high E and B strings. Moving into the next chord, which is a G. Same thing there going on, except this time he's hammering on from the 3rd fret of the G to the 4th fret of the G, just within that F-shaped G chord. And then raking up on the high E and B strings. So into a B flat, which is just this shape here. You could do a power chord. It's just 1st finger A string on the 1st fret, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret D string, and then baby finger on the G string on the 3rd fret. Into an F. And then into a C. He's playing a riff on that C there though, so let me just play this out quickly and show you sort of half of this verse and how it sounds on the record. So he's playing like a riff there on that C, or he's playing the C note and he's moving into the pentatonic there in the A minor pentatonic and doing a riff. So it's down to you what you want to do. I'm pretty sure he plays a riff up here in the open position. Make it up, I've not worked that out by ear, to be honest, and it's always good to sort of make those little licks and riffs up yourself anyway, or listen to it by ear and try and work those parts out yourself. Failing that, you could always play the C note and then move into that comfortable position we all know at the 5th fret of the pentatonic and just make your own lick up there, you know. Anything, just to fit in with the space. Anyway, so this is the second half of that verse. It goes back to the A minor after the C. Into an F, into a D minor, into an E. You could play E7. Sometimes Robbie even plays a riff there, so he'd go from the top of the verse. Okay. Instead of that E, he might go, or just any riff in place of that E. Anyway, going into the chorus now. Long have I been up on Skid Row. A minor. Literally A minor, B flat, C. And then he plays like a little riff at the tail end of every one of those transitions. So again, it's sort of up to you. I think he does that a lot, and those positions, I'm just playing the F-shaped chords, and it's A minor, B flat, C. And then there's like a little passage that connects that chorus section up back to the main sort of intro that we did in the beginning, and it goes, which is just an A minor, G, B flat to an F. And then you're back into your intro at the C. Again, I'm not 100% if he's playing chords all the time. I've heard him play chords on this section before, either in a live setting or even on the record. I think he just breaks it up and does what he wants. But you could easily play like power chords. You could play single notes. You could play the full chords like I did earlier. I think it's like whatever you want to do and whatever sounds good to you. And also, you can mix it up through the track and do. I think a lot of this track, a lot of learning this track is learning where you are, learning the little riffs, like, you know. But then all the parts where Robbie does a riff or a solo, I think it's really important to just like make that up yourself and experiment with the pentatonic and have a little bit of fun with it. So yeah, that is the entire track. After that section, goes back into the alternatively, even on that section, you could do power chords to that bit if you really wanted to. I've seen people do that. just doesn't, in my opinion, power chords in that section don't sound like they fit the song. But if you're playing over the track in the mix, it sounds all right. It just, to me, I can hear Robbie playing those single notes. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Yeah, good luck with it. Like and subscribe for more lessons and band videos, I suppose, or just any other artist. If you've got any suggestions, leave it in the comments.